Coming up on Mountain News this morning, COVID-19 antibody testing is now available in Eastern Kentucky. We'll show you how it works and what results mean for our region. And we hear from Governor Beshear, who addressed a controversial effigy of himself that was hung from a tree outside the governor's mansion on Sunday. Plus, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is back in Kentucky to discuss some of the ways Washington is helping those impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, or it's hump day. And I have to say, starting temperature-wise, I actually had to turn on my air conditioner last night. It was a little stuffy. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson to see if that's going to be the case again today.
Absolutely, Lacey. We're in kind of a summer preview right now, but the temperatures are starting to slide. We got to 84 yesterday, and again, a little mild this morning, but we see a little bit of rain on live pinpoint Doppler radar. Not a lot, but a few scattered showers as we head out the door this morning. Some down toward Lake Cumberland, some into parts of the Cumberland Valley, and some up to the north there also, basically some over into Pike County as well. So they're kind of region-wide, but scattered is the word of the day. We're looking at temperatures already in the 70s up on the ridges there, like Jackson at the airport, a little cooler. Hazards Airport this morning, 64 there, 70 in Prestonsburg, and Moorhead too. A lot of folks in the mid to upper 60s this morning, so that's the name of the game. That is a couple of degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday, and several degrees warmer in some spots, so we're going to continue to watch that. The out the door forecast today features rain chances off and on and more cloud cover today than we saw yesterday, so we get ready for that. That'll bring those temperatures down just a little bit, right around 80 for a daytime high. Rest of the forecast on the way here in just a little bit. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky is now offering COVID-19 antibody testing. The antibody test is a simple finger prick that gives you results in just 5 minutes. The results will show if you have an acute infection or a past infection. Primary Care also sends the test results to other labs to double check the results. Many people wonder if they have had the coronavirus earlier in the year, and Primary Care says that they have had people show symptoms in January and February, but they are waiting on confirmation from a lab to see how far back the results will show. A nurse practitioner says the tests help with the reopening of our communities.
Benefits of the antibody test is, one, for individuals to know if they have developed the antibodies. If there's been a lot of people in our community who have antibodies already, then it makes it a little bit safer to open up and makes the risk less.
Primary Care offers antibody testing 7 days a week at the hazard location. The test is $135 and is covered by insurance. If you do not have insurance, Primary Care can assist you in signing up for temporary insurance. For more information, you can call Primary Care at 606-439-1300. And phase 4 of healthcare reopening takes effect today. That includes non-emergent, non-urgent inpatient surgery. All patients will have to undergo a COVID-19 test before surgery. As with past phases, each facility will also have to maintain a 14-day supply of PPE and at least 30% bed capacity, as well as in the ICU.
We don't have any courtrooms in the Commonwealth that are big enough to hold 80 to 100 people just to start jury selection. So we suspect jury selection is going to be in stages.
Judges will make rules for their individual courtrooms based on direction from the Kentucky Supreme Court. Anyone who comes to court should expect to have to wear a mask. And Governor Beshear addressed a controversial effigy of himself that was hung from a tree outside the governor's mansion on Sunday. The governor gave a heated response, criticizing politicians who supported the group and accusing the group of provoking terror. He added that he would not back down to intimidation. He will have more on the governor's response in our 6 o'clock hour right here on Mountain News This Morning. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is back in Kentucky to discuss some of the ways Washington is helping those impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. He spoke yesterday at UK Hospital, and he was there to talk about the impact of the CARES Act and to thank healthcare workers for their response to this pandemic. McConnell says that he was glad to see Kentucky begin to reopen, although he urged precautions such as masks and social distancing.
We can't keep propping up the economy forever. We do need to begin to re-engage, to develop our activity again. We had the best economy in 50 years in February, and now we have Depression-era unemployment in a very short period of time.
McConnell also said there was ongoing work to pass a second stimulus bill. He said with the previous one having only been passed in 1 week, there were mistakes made that he wanted to try and correct some of those. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, we'll show you how this year's primary election will be different thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And rain chances will be around through much of today. We're going to keep you posted on that. Track it for you in about 3 minutes.